I need one more thing. Whoa. All right, y'all ready to roll?
Ew.
Oh, shit, Noah. What'd you do?
I just killed a bug with my hand. I'm going to go wipe that off real quick.
All right, go wipe it off real quick, Noah, and then we got to go.
Vomit on his sweater already. Mom spaghetti.
Oh, man. Of course, Noah had to wait. Had to wait until right before we were going live to kill a bug.
You can blame me. I was going to search for the Zins. So that's on me.
But hey, we're going live. You gotta come prepared. All right, let's go. In 3, 2. Hello, D-Gens. Welcome to Degenerate Takes. I, of course, am the Brofect one, AJ. Joining me today, of course, the man with the number, sportsbook whisperer, college basketball guru, daddy of the diamond, all hail the king of the links, the money train, Noah, and he is the young gun. He is the kid, Joe. Boys, Noah, let's start with you. How you doing today, Bob?
I'm good. I'm great. No complaints, man. I worked today this morning. It wasn't a big window, but I got a little 10-minute window where I got to get some swings in at the brand new golf simulator at work. So that was cool.
Whoa, wait a minute. You got a golf simulator at work now?
I do now, yes.
Joe? Yeah. Joe, does your work have a golf simulator?
God, I wish. My gosh, Noah, can I come?
What the hell? Seriously, no. You gotta invite us over on your lunch break or something.
That's awesome. That's exciting. No, seriously.
Unfortunately, I won't get a lot of time to use it for. It was before we opened at work during business hours. Probably not really going to get to use it, but I had a little 10-minute window where I got to get some swings in. Real nice, state of the art. Best was ball doesn't go straight. The camera. Pretty high def camera, right? I'm like, oh yeah, sure as shit. My club face was open coming through the ball there.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Hopefully your game will start getting a little bit better. Then again, I don't have much room to talk. Joe, how you?
If they give me an hour or two every day to spend in there, then I'm sure my game would be vastly improved. But the maybe getting 10 or 15 minutes here or there, like once or twice a week, I don't know that that's going to be enough to make too much.
Just watch. Noah's going to suddenly start showing up to work like 20 minutes, 30 minutes early in the day. And the boss will be like, wow, Noah, you're really getting here and putting in that initiative, aren't you? Oh, yeah, boss. Just putting in that early work before we get going. I love it, dude. That is awesome. Joe, how you doing today, brother?
I'm doing great. Thank you guys for having me on.
Dude, of course.
No complaints. How are you doing, Brofect one?
Dude, we're out here. We're living. My new puppy I think it's like 16, 14 weeks old. I don't know, but the stomach's all messed up. And so my sleep schedule's been all messed up. And so that's what's been going on there. We got McCormick in the chat already. Was good, brother. Hope you're doing well because, boys, we got golf to talk about. First weekend without any football whatsoever. I guess we have the Pro Bowl next week, but I'm not going to waste our time talking about that whatsoever. The Hall of Fame's a joke too, but then again, that's a whole other topic for later. But
not the Pro Bowl, the Pro Bowl games. AJ.
Oh, the Pro Bowl games. Sorry, I got to make that differentiation there. My bad, Noah.
Because it's not the Pro Bowl anymore. It's the Pro Bowl games because they play little playground games and that's it.
You're right. How Liv is now playing a full, 18, 4 days, and now they're not really Liv anymore there. Anyway.
I missed the occasional, helmet on helmet hit from, one teammate to another teammate.
Yeah, you got to win that truck for MVP of the Pro Bowl. That was some of the best shit ever. But no, we got the Farmers Insurance Open. This week at Torrey Pines, boys. It's going to be a good one. We got a return of a Liv member and some other news coming from the Liv golf world. We'll get to all of that in a moment. Before we go any further, just want to take a moment, shout out to everyone watching here on Rumble, over on YouTube. Y'all are the best. If you like what we're cooking, please hit those like buttons, hit the follow buttons. Does help out a lot more than you know. But with the Farmers Insurance Open, we've got some big news coming into this one, and it is something that Noah and I had talked about in a previous episode, but hey, it's his first time back in the PGA, and I'm feeling stoked on it, okay? Brooks Koepka, Brooksy, making his return to the PGA after a stint at Live Golf. He will be, this is his first event that he is eligible to return for. Now, some caveats, of course, not eligible for that player equity system they have going on right now. Probably won't be eligible until 2030. Did have to pay somewhat of a $5 million-ish fine for, doing what he did, which, it happens.
Giving up a lot of earnings and future earnings.
Yes, absolutely. And especially with the way those Live contracts were worked out, who knows how much he was really giving up or how much he really made coming out of that. But this is something that we're starting to see, and it's starting to pick up a lot of steam right now. Right now, as of today, Kevin Na, Hudson Swafford, and Pat Perez have all been reinstated into the PGA. I do believe, Swafford and Perez will be eligible to return January of 27. So January 1 of 27. Still trying to determine Kevin Na's date. So Brooks Koepka, it seems like, will be the only Live golfer this year that will be playing in the PGA. Maybe.
They keep in mind the deadline that the PGA Tour put out is January 31st.
Mm-hmm.
And there are 3 big fish left. And the only 3 left that I think they actually care about, I think these deferred start dates are because these are golfers that they're like, yeah, whatever. Obviously, they care about Jon Rahm, Cam Smith. Actually, that might be Tyrrell Hatton might be a name that they do care about. Some guys who are actually poised to compete regularly. But they've got. I mean, that window's real slimming up. I'm really interested to see if Brooks comes out and just has a tremendous Thursday, Friday. Does that push the needle on Jon Rahm, Cam Smith, Tyrrell Hatton, some of those few guys that do have a lot of good competitive golf left in them?
Now, being reported by Foreplay and a couple of other golf places, Cam Smith, Jon Rahm, and Bryson not expected to use what is being called
Bryson.
Of course, Bryson. Come on, you got to get DeChambeau back in here.
I knew there were 3. I was coming at you with 3. I knew there were 3, and then for some reason I couldn't pull Bryson.
But it is expected right now that neither of them, any of them will be returning before this returning member program, the January 31st deadline approaches. So that's the rumor going out now. But like you said, Noah, will, Brooks Koepka coming out, and again, we'll get to the field in a bit, but you don't have Scotty or Rory in there. It's not going to be the strongest field possible going into an event. And again, we'll get to that in a moment, but
still Torrey Pines.
Absolutely. Still Torrey Pines, north and south. We'll get to it. No, just let's pump the brakes a second. But overall, I mean, I'm excited to see these guys, especially if you do get a Cam Smith, Jon Rahm, Bryson DeChambeau back. I think it's only good for the game of golf and continues this kind of tailspin that Live Golf has been in since it really opened. Didn't really get off running. No one really knows what channel it's on anymore. No one really knows when they play. I mean, Joe, this is the first time we've had you on talking about Live Golf and everything like that. Have you had a chance? Have you ever watched Live Golf? Like, have you ever turned the channel and you're like, oh, what the hell's this thing? And then it's weird golf, or has it been something that you're like, I'll just stick with the PGA and the guys that are good and not this goofy ass bullshit?
I haven't really watched it.
I don't blame you.
Heard about a lot of the money going into it, and I think Brooks Koepka's smart. He got a fat bag and he came back and they basically said slap on the wrist. But he's a moneymaker. So, I mean, PGA Tour would be foolish not to bring him back.
And I completely agree with you there, Joe, because you start looking at, when we were doing the Sony a couple of weeks ago, Noah, it was a thinner field, early in the season. You don't have a lot of those big names. Do you think this is part of the reason, a guy like Brooks Koepka, who just announced that his intention to come back, is wanting, it's for the ratings. It's for getting him back. Maybe, trying to pull Bryson back as well, them now being buddies after their rivalry and everything. But let me start with you. Do you think that it has to do with the name power thing? Obviously with Kevin Na and Swafford and Perez not really getting the shake that Koepka's getting, or do you think it's truly just the golf he's been playing and the fact that they think he can compete right now?
No, I think, the PGA Tour, they put out this one-time offer with a hard cutoff window of January 31st. And I genuinely think there are 4 golfers they cared about bringing back. And they've got one of them. But I I really don't think the PGA Tour cared about any other golfers other than Brooks, Bryson, Cam Smith, and John Rahm. Those are the four that they want back. Obviously, they open this to everybody because they can't just come out and open up a little window for, just individual guys. They have to say, okay, here's the rules. Here's what you're giving up. And yes, it is a big monetary penalty.
Oh, yeah.
I would say a small monetary penalty up front for what these guys got paid lump sum from Live, but it's the massive impact to future earnings for the next, 4 or 5 years or whatever?
5 years.
5 years.
Well, 4 years depends on how you count.
Yeah, so they can get no bonus money from their PGA Tour standings and how well they do. It's strict, and I think they got to give up some of their tournament winnings too.
Don't you think?
Yeah, I believe it's a. Sorry, go ahead and go.
Don't you think that might be a mistake for the PGA Tour if they're trying to really put the stiff arm to LIV? Don't you think they want these players to come in and still compete and say,
well, I think they're playing hardball. They're playing hardball. They know what they have in their hand, the PGA Tour does, and they're saying, hey, you have this basically month and a half, 2-month window where you can come back. And the PGA Tour has pretty much said, you're not going to have another chance. You do it during this window or you don't come back.
Let's not also forget, just I think it was just last year that Liv and PGA were having discussions of merging and coming together and everything. And the PGA golfers were pissed off because, they stayed. They didn't take the buckets and buckets of money. They stayed with the program because of what they believe in. And yes, in the long run, they are getting paid more. They are, getting, no cut winnings and stuff like that. But, I do think that's also part of it. And, like Joe said, where the name value starts to come in. How much of a dick do we want to be? Yes, you got to pay a punishment for giving up your tour card and resigning from the tour, and we got to make all of our other golfers happy. But at the same time, Koepka, can you be ready to go at the end of January?
Well, and to your original question, AJ, I think that's kind of the point, right? Brooks, they're ready to go with him right away. You start looking at Kevin Na, Fat Perez. They're not so eager to get those guys back.
Yeah,
they're willing to put a waiting period on it. I don't know if that has anything to do with the Live contracts, because I know John Rahm was kind of the last big name to go over there. He went over a year or two later.
Yeah.
So if John Rahm wants to come back, I don't know if they're going to make him wait till 2027, 2028. I would think the PGA Tour would be fine putting Rahm back on immediately. Just
Rahm, Cam, or
Bryce. TV ratings. You have good competitive golfers who are going to be at the top of the leaderboard who do have a bigger following. No offense to Kevin Na. I liked Kevin Na when he was on tour. I haven't watched him in a couple of years. I don't think he's been doing too much on Live. Not that I've been following.
No one has though, and that's the thing. No one's,
He's not a type of guy who's going to draw a huge crowd or a huge following. John Rahm, Cam Smith, Bryson, the cream of the crop here. I mean, Bryson's he's the golden goose. He's the guy you really want. I mean, Brooks is nice, but I really
you want Bryson and all those YouTube followers. That's all.
Yeah, PGA Tour especially, I think, wants Bryson back. You got a European following with John Rahm. You got the Aussies with Cam Smith. That's the ideal situation: is bring those 4 guys back. The rest of them doesn't fucking matter.
By the way, no. Your favorite golfer, Patrick Reed, is also going to be joining back to the PGA starting August 25th of this year.
He's not even going to qualify for the major events, so it doesn't matter. Actually, Patrick Reed might. Fat Perez won't.
No,
I get them both confused. They have the same name.
That's all I have on Live news. I'm gonna walk past the Nelly Corda comment she made regarding the TGL and everything like that because, shut the fuck up. But anything else before we get into the Farmers?
Yes, I did have one more thing that I wanted to bring up. Get your guys' opinion on. I know I brought it up off air briefly, but I got it pulled up here. So this weekend, PGA Tour launching a commercial that aired both during the golf event multiple times, but it also, I believe, aired a few times during the NFL games. that were being played, the divisional championship games, or the conference championship games, rather.
Conference. Come on, Noah.
So it was essentially a 30-second commercial featuring.
Oh, I think I found it. Let me pull it up.
Sound bites, short. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. Probably better if you just play it than me describing it.
All right, let's see if the sound works. Hold on to your ears, boys.
We are here and we are playing for history, and we're playing for the players that came before us.
Yeah, we are, Rory.
I've worked since I was 2 or 3 years old to have a chance to play professional golf for a living.
The guys that win the most, they're in contention so much. They're up there all the time. That's where I want to be.
Look at them rubbing it in LIV's face there. Wow.
We are here and we are playing for history, and we're.
Look at that. They just said, they slapped it right on there at the end and said, look at what we got.
Yeah, I think they did have a little bit of an extended version of that, too, which was just basically a little bit more of another shot or two of Rory, Scotty, and Tommy Fleetwood. But all of them ending with just the real quick, maybe half a second, full second on Brooks.
Look at them putting all the TaylorMades up top. Sorry, Noah, continue. That's on me.
No. And then the little tagline slogan there, PGA Tour, where the best belong. So yeah, just want to get your guys' thoughts on that, because I was like, oh, that is a total, especially with this window coming to an end here. They intentionally time that commercial last Sunday is when we're going to start airing this commercial just a few times. But
yeah,
during the NFL playoff games, during the golf event, obviously, that just reads to me as a direct call to those guys. Hey, you coming over or not?
Well, not even that, Noah, but I think it's also some of the best marketing. You know, one of the better commercials I've seen for the PGA. You know, I don't count the Masters commercial because that does hit like crack whenever you see it for the first time in January. But
Georgia.
like when it comes from, yeah, they better go back to fucking Georgia instead of that shitty Noah Khan song. I like Noah Khan, but that was a shitty song they used last year. Anyway, where was I? I think the PGA kind of finally understands where they stand. It's like, okay, football is almost over. We got one more weekend of football where people are going to care, but people will want to watch the weights management. People will start wanting, they got to fill something with that Sunday afternoon in that slot. You got NASCAR, college basketball for a couple more weeks, and then you got, you know, golf until baseball and NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs really pick up. But I think it's the first time the PGA has actually looked at, you know, their fans and what their fans want and who their fan base is, and being like, oh, okay, a lot of our fan base who watches this also watches this. So let's go ahead and, you know, synergize this whole thing. But yeah, nice little bitch slap into the face of Liv with the deadline coming up. Joe, what are your thoughts?
Oh, you know, I think they're going to open the door again. I don't doubt the PGA. I think they will. So
now that's interesting. Now, do you think it's going to be one of those, like, you know, like a transfer portal, like, you know, the transfer portal is closed, but you just got to be in the portal and everything like that? Like, do you think it's a, hey, if we've had a conversation about you coming back this week, then we can open up those again? Or like, you know, it's the end of 2026. Maybe we see if Bryson wants to come back one more time.
I think the decider. Yeah, exactly what you're saying. I think it's like, oh, hey, well, can we get him back? I think it's competitive, and I think the one thing there the PGA Tour lost was when, oh, I forgot when it was, but when Jon Rahm, when the Europeans beat the Americans. They've got guys like Jon Rahm up there who absolutely dominated, as Noah said. Those are your big ticket items. Jon Rahm, Cam and Bryson. If they have a chance to take those top guys, I don't think the PGA Tour is going to give that chance up.
I agree. I do gotta agree with you there. I do. A great commercial, though, I will say. Shout out to the PGA. Putting some money in marketing. We're the best belong.
And there's the wording too.
Yeah.
Specifically belong.
Belong.
That was a direct call to those golfers saying, get your ass back here.
Well, and a backhanded compliment. Or excuse me, and a backhand saying you're not here, you're not the best.
And Harris English, let's go ahead and just throw some more fire on the flame. Harris English on the recent Live Golf departures, as you're seeing kind of dominoes are starting to fall of maybe those guys on the Live Tour not happy out there and the grass is not greener on the other side. They're seeing the PGA Tour getting stronger and having more success and kind of seeing that money's not at the end all, the end all, that's weird, be all like that. Doesn't fulfill them, doesn't fulfill me. It's a good little campaign that they're running right now to try to get these guys back. Only thing I'm missing is Rory standing on his soapbox, pissing on everyone. That's the only thing I'm missing from this.
Well, my last note on it, I think the PGA Tour over the last year, because a year ago they were looking at potentially there was this merger talk, all this other stuff. I think PGA Tour has realized fully now, or we're at least able to confirm fully, Liv seems to be a sinking ship, and so now they've stuck the dagger in, and they're beginning to turn it.
I love it.
The PGA Tour has got the dagger in already, and they're just waiting to turn it. I wouldn't be surprised if this window closes, if they do open another one with heftier fines and heftier monetary fines, and that's going to be a message like, oh yeah, we'll open these windows for you, but every time one of these opens and closes, it's going to cost you more and more dollars to get back on this tour. And I wouldn't be surprised if they do that, because I can't imagine Liv is feeling great or healthy or anything like that.
And that's why Bryce
these second contracts that they've been offering, they're not structured the same. They're not all this upfront money. They're smaller. It's less money. It's not all upfront. Liv's a sinking ship. Within 8 to 10 years of its establishment, it'll be gone.
It hasn't even been 8 years, has it?
No, I think it's been about 4.
Maybe. Yeah.
We're somewhere in the 4 or 5 range, and like I said, within 8 to 10, it's going to be dissolved completely, and it won't even be a thing.
Yeah, the Saudis, I know they have all the money in the world, but they got to be tired of burning it.
Well, they're not making any, so.
True. But
all they've done is, like you said, burnt a bunch of money on bringing these golfers over, and then now we're not recouping it. And that's been clear in these second contracts after the initial ones have started running out.
Well, you know what they say, business 101, you got to lose money to make money, right? Something like that.
Yeah,
is that the art of the deal, I think?
I think they thought they were going to bring over a lot more players by dangling a bunch of money in their face than they did, and they haven't been able to recover from that.
Not at all, but PGA's been doing good. PGA's been doing strong, and we've had some great events the last couple of weeks. Scotty Scheffler, I know it's a shocker to everybody listening and watching right now, but Scotty Scheffler did end up winning another golf tournament. I know, believe it or not. Shout out to Bennett again. He's only 2 years old, and I mean, his dad's going to be fully retired by the time he learns how to walk, and he's going to be like, Dad, why don't you work anymore? He's like, oh, son.
He's got a younger sibling on the way. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, I didn't. No way. Oh, congratulations to the Scheffler family. That's incredible. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Scotty's not playing this week, so the odds are a little bit better for everyone. Let's go ahead and talk Farmers Insurance Open, boys. We've got this one taking place at Torrey Pines, both the north and the south course. Both courses will be used alternating for players on Friday and on Thursday and Friday. The south course will be used for the final 2 rounds on Saturday and Sunday. North course is a par 72, 7,258 yards. South course playing a lot longer, par 72 as well, but 7,765 yards on that guy. Where was I? There I am. And here's what we're looking for, longer golf course, and one of the longer golf courses you see in the early part of the season here. It's driving, baby. How far can you put that ball down the fairway, and how accurate can you be with that? And if you fuck it up, like any of my drives off of the tee box, can you recover? Can you use those 6s, those 4s, those 5 irons to go ahead and get you out of that shit and get sitting pretty to the green? And then, hey, listen, this is one reason I love talking PGA with you boys. I've learned so much about grass over the last couple of years because we are putting on Po Anua greens, okay? And so it is going to be a little bit bumpier, and it can wear a little bit easier. So throughout the course of the weekend, we will be seeing, a little bit more break and a little bit more speed on those putts. So something that we're going to need to see those golfers really, go ahead and adjust to. But that is all I have on the course and the breakdown. Let's go to the Money Train for the Money Train Weather Report, sponsored by Road Dogg.
That was the choo-choo weather report.
Choo-choo weather report. Fuck. Dude, we've been doing that segment for like the last 3 years, and I still fuck it up. My God.
We've been off of golf for enough months. I'll give you a pass there.
True. I'll give myself to I'll start getting it in July. I think July I'll start really locking it.
It was like the first week of the PGA Tour season, but I didn't even have the weather report pulled up.
That's right. we're firing. We're firing here.
God.
How are we looking, Noah? How's California, Torrey Pines? Are we seeing a lot of shit?
Could not ask for better conditions to play in. It is going to be pretty much mid to upper 60s, mostly full sun for the entire Thursday through Sunday. Maybe a little bit of cloud coverage, a little colder on Sunday, but no precipitation, not much wind. It's just delightful golfing weather out there in La Jolla, California.
Gotta love it. You gotta love it. I'm excited for it. It's going to be a good one. Any other thoughts on the course, the weather, or anything before we get into the picks, boys? Nope. All right, let's jump right into it. Let's start where we always do. In the top 20, a guy that we are used to seeing at the top of leaderboards when Scotty Scheffler and Rory are not playing. Schauffele sitting up top to top 20, this one at minus 124. Ludwig not behind him far at minus 106. Start getting into the plus money with Cam Young. And oh my goodness, do I have to keep scrolling for Brooksy? How far down is he? Come on, Brooksy, you can't be that low. Is he that low?
He was that low. He was about plus 590 here on DraftKings.
I'm seeing him plus 270 to top 20 here. I mean, I think 520 to top 10, but still, I mean, for his first time back, not a lot of love there. Let's start with Joe. Joe, you got any top 20s?
Oh, okay. I was going top 10s just because that was my only option.
We can wait till top 10s then. We can wait till top 10.
No, you take the top 20s.
All right, Noah, go ahead. Top 20.
Yeah, top 20. I minus 124 for Xander feels okay to me.
Yeah.
I don't love it, but I don't hate it. It's fine enough. Cantley, I believe, is this his first event of the season?
I think so. I didn't see his name on the board last weekend.
Yeah. So go ahead and give me Cantley, as he was, oddly enough, a controversial pick when we were talking about the Ryder Cup, but seemed to be the only guy on Team USA for, until Sunday who actually didn't have his head in his ass. Surprisingly. So, I'll take the plus odds on him to top 20. I feel like I'm going old school chalk, not what would be chalk now as far as where the odds are at.
But what was chalk for? I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Take a moment in time, go back 4 or 5 years. Give me Hideki Matsuyama.
Here we go. Rip Hideki. Let's go.
Love the way Harris English played towards the end of the season last year, so I'm going to go ahead and take him as well. Jake Knapp on my card has played this event really well in the past.
Only one of the Hogards?
Nick?
No, you got both Hogards. Both Hogards are there.
Oh,
you're getting
who
is it? Nikolai at plus 215.
I gotta.
You're gonna do it. All right, Rasmus at plus 180.
One of them will. You know what I always say. One of them will do the thing. No
one ever knows which one, but it's one of them.
Yeah, they like to trade off who's playing well, who's not. Who else did I have? Taylor Pendrith. I think you already scrolled past him, but he's a guy that
love Pendrith.
That I'm throwing on here.
150 there for Pendrith.
Yeah, do we know, is Max Homa playing?
I don't
think so.
Yes,
he is. Plus
he is?
230.
Okay, yeah.
So let's double check if he's a late scratch or not, because I haven't seen his name on a lot of stuff, and that's usually a name they like to pump. No, he is. Oh, he's teeing off with Koepka and Aubert.
Okay,
that's a powerhouse.
Yeah,
that's nice right there.
That'll be one of our featured groups. So yeah, give
For
me,
sure.
give me Max Homa. Is Finau playing this one?
He is.
Really? You're going to Finau? All right. Hey, your picks. Oh, I'm
That's
thinking
crazy. I don't have home on here, but I have Finau.
Why is Tony Finau at 445? That's what I'd love to know.
For top 20,
Yeah, for top 20.
he's plus 1,000 for top 10. So shocked it's not higher on the top.
A little
20.
crazy to me. And then another name where I don't know if you scrolled past it. Or, well, give me a little Stefan Jaeger.
The Jaeger man?
Bomb on here.
I'll take a Jaeger bomb too.
And then,
Noah.
yeah, I'm gonna
Hanging
wait to see how this season
70?
starts for Tommy Kim before I start blindly dumping my money on him. Was Sahith Thagala, is he playing?
He is. Dude, he had a rough out. There he is, 265.
Yep. We'll do that.
Dude, he's had a couple
And then-
rough outings in the TGL recently.
And then Kevin Yu.
Kevin Yu.
Wrap up my. You just instinctively clicked on Brooks Koepka, but
Well, are you done with your top 20 so I can get into mine?
yeah, I am. Brooks Koepka
Okay, Noah.
is off. That's fine.
Well, you know me, Noah. You know I'm a Disney guy. I love my fairy tales. I love my stories, and I think it's a great return for Brooks Koepka here. I do love where he's at plus 270. I think it's a fine line considering he really hasn't played, a full PGA event in a while. But give me Koepka at plus 270. I think he's going to be able to play fine on that South course, especially. Where are we? Give me Aaron Rye at plus 250. He's one of them I think is going to get hot soon. And then one of our guys, Noah, from the last couple of seasons, give me Batia in this one. I like Batia's irons, and I think his irons are going to be able to recover nicely from here and help him get to the green. We're on the Hogards, obviously. I love Pendrith this week. Like English this week. Like Matsuyama this week. Shut up, Noah. Siwoo Kim at top 20. Thank you very much. And that is fuck off, Noah. Fuck off. I don't know. Is Sungjae I don't think Sungjae's playing this week. I don't think Sungjae's playing this week. So I can't do that. And dude, Siwoo's good. Sungjae is not playing this week. We'll see him soon, I'm sure. All right. You boys ready for top 10?
Oh yeah. Sorry. I was like, are we gonna get Joe's? And then I remembered he
Well, I reshifted. And I do
okay,
this, but I'm going weird here. I kind of just have a long line. I think I might change it up a little bit, but right now I'm looking at Brooks top 40, Homa top 40, and then I want to do I'm gonna butcher it, man. Schauffele, what is it? Schauffele? I don't know.
Schauffele.
I got Xander top 20, I got Spawn top 20, and I got Matsuyama top 20. So. That's what
I don't hate that. I don't hate that. You parlay that together, a little top 40, top 20 parlay. I like the juice on that.
And then the breaker here, I know I'm skipping the mold. The breaker here is I put Cam Young top 5. That one's going to be the break or the make.
I like it. I like the aggressiveness out of you. But Joe, let's go ahead and start with you for the top 10 picks.
Ooh.
What are you feeling? What are you liking?
Oh, dude. I like something about Alberg. I think he plays great and he's streaky. I think he'll be top 10. I got Ludwig up there. I like Cancele top 10. And then the one I'm really shaky on is JJ Spawn. I don't think he's gonna make a top 10. Thoughts on that one?
JJ is one of those hit or misses. You start getting into top 5s, top 10s. It's the lines get shorter. You're really realistically throwing some dartboards. One of those guys, though, that has played well in the past at Torrey Pines. Not something I hate. Not one I'm particularly on. But no, you got thoughts on JJ? JJ Spawn?
Not really feeling it.
All right.
I think he had a
good little run.
I'm going to come at you with the hot take, and I'm going to say JJ Spawn kind of had a lightning in a bottle season last year. I don't think he replicates it again the rest of his career.
All right. That's fair.
Now, I'm not saying by any means he's a bad golfer, AJ. He's a guy we've bet on in
multiple times.
Going back to when we started doing this show. He goes a little hot and cold, and I think he's coming off of his hottest streak ever. Just, last season as a whole, he had a couple really good finishes. I believe he only had the one win, but it was a major, so that's of note. I don't know if he cracks the top. I think he's going to be a borderline top 30 guy this season, if I'm being completely honest. That's how I think this PGA Tour season goes. I think he'll have some top 10s, maybe some top 5s. I can't say with my full chest he's going to win a single event this year. You know.
And then my hidden horse.
I'd take a plus 125 that he doesn't win an event this year.
Oh, hot take. I agree with that. I think you could be right. He probably had that lightning season.
It's tough.
I also have Justin Rose top 10.
Ooh.
I think he's gonna show up here.
Where's he at? Oh, where can I find the J? There we go. Justin Rose plus 415 for the top 10, Joe. I like it. I like the stab there, brother. All right, Noah. Or do you have any other, Joe? I'm sorry.
No, that's it.
All right, Noah. Are you going to bite on Schauffele plus 158?
I'm not. See,
I didn't think so. I don't like
minus 124 to top 20. Cool. I like that. But then you're only jumping it to plus 158 to top 10. Yeah, that's where I draw the line on that one. I'm out on that.
Before you move on, I would also say it's not as weak of a field as people are probably thinking right now. You know what I mean? It might not be. Yeah, and it might not be, the homegrown, like the home names like the Schefflers, the Rorys, et cetera, but, it is a very good, this is a very solid rounds that we have coming up. Like this is a great line.
Yeah, and I like a lot of the top 20 lines a lot better than the top 10. The one name that I did forget on there, Jason Day.
G'day, J-Day.
I love a little good G'day, J-Day for top 20. Not loving it at the plus 95 there. Same thing with Cantley. Same thing with Hideki. I mean, these top 10 lines up here, too dicey. Harris English is going to be probably the first name I take there, plus 290. Again, played some really damn good golf down the stretch last year. So if he can start replicating that a little bit, specifically, I mean, goddamn, his short game, his wedges were just on fire down the stretch last year. So I'll take a little Harris English top 10. I do like those other names that I mentioned, just not at where the line is hung on them. Pendrith, same story. I wish it was at better than plus 325. I am going to stay off of it at that number. Jake Knapp, I am going to dance with a little bit at plus 330, just because of his history the last couple of years at Torrey Pines. And a guy who I do believe is just ready to explode and is just being, I don't want to say overlooked because he is getting some respect. But Jake Knapp, I'm feeling it. I got to do the double dip on the Hogards.
Got to.
I honestly, I think Nikolai is going to be the one who I want to bet on, but Rasmus is my insurance policy. So we're taking both Hogards, one of them the top 10, double the odds. You put an even one unit on both of them, you're still making 2.2 to 3 units if one of them top 10s, right? So it's fine. It's fine. I'm going to flirt a little bit with the Max Homa top 10 line at plus 485.
Ooh, okay.
I kind of like that. Not one that I hate at all. Staying off of Thagala, staying off of Kevin Yu. I am gonna take Tony Finau to top 10 at plus 1,000.
Whoa.
Jeez.
Hey,
got some big hopes for Finau.
You're right. He's got the long drive. He can hit it just as far as him.
And then go ahead and tack me on a little Stefan Jaeger at plus 1050.
Ooh, the Jaeger bomb? The Jaeger bomb himself?
I like that line. That's one where I'm like, okay, you're giving me 10.5 to 1, and all I just got to do is finish in the top 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and co-sign that pick for you there. No, I like that one. I like that one a lot.
That's my top 10 right there.
Well, since we're at the bottom of the page, let me go ahead and start off with the top 20 that I missed that I do like in the top 10 as well. Give me Eckroat at plus 1100 here. I love the line on Eckroat. Think he can still be one of those guys that really steps up and gets it done. As I said, I'm co-signing the Jaeger bomb pick, and then we're going to keep it going a little bit and keep it going a little bit. No, I'll co-sign the Homa pick as well. Jake Knapp, let's go. Harris English, let's go. Where is he? I know you picked him, Joe. Where is he? There. Oh no, I'm gonna pick him. I'm the only one picking him. Give me Brooks Koepka plus the 590, boys. I know he was on live. He's still a damn good golfer. He is still a damn good golfer. Let's not forget that. But let's move it on to the top 5. Noah, starts off here.
Yeah, I just got a couple picks here, top 5. One of them is just kind of a, swing. Actually, I got 2 swings for the fences that I'm probably not even laying a whole unit on. But my 2 picks that I will be actually betting here, give me 2 guys who finished really, really hot last year. Whether it was PGA Tour season or not, Patrick Cantlay and Harris English are going to be my 2 top 5 picks at plus 440 and plus 590 that I'm going to be laying some money on. And then we're just going to continue it. And I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on Tony Finau and Stefan Jaeger. Those are going to be my 2 guys that I'm really just swinging for the fences on, and we'll see what happens. Go out
crazy, dog.
Go out there and make me some fucking money. Not taking either of them outright, but you're talking about plus 2250 and plus 2400 on those. I like the top 10 lines a bit better on both of the 2 of them, but I am going to extend that into the top 5 odds.
Fair enough, Joe.
That makes my card if one of the 2 of them can just crack a top 5.
Oh, easily. Joe, the young gun, what do you got in here for the top 5?
Ooh, that's where I'm struggling, y'all. That's where I'm struggling here. I am.
It gets hard. It gets hard here.
I think Alberg's going to show up. I do. I think he's going to be my one guy, my top 5. I love it. I'm not going to be too risky though. I like a lot of these top 10s Noah's cooked up here. They're gonna sit in my brain for a little bit. I got Alberg
families.
I got Alberg top 5. That's my.
I like it
in that one.
I like it. I'm going to co-sign that one for you there, Joe. I'll co-sign the Aubert pick there. I like it a lot. I was struggling with my top 5s today. At one point, I did talk myself into taking Keegan Bradley at plus 640, and then I woke up from my nap. God, I think I'm just going to take, where is he? Come on. No? Did I pass him? I probably passed him. Give me Koepka. Obviously, I'm on this story. I'm writing this storyline at plus 910. I think it's just good value on a guy that plays really good golf consistently. And I'll co-sign Harris English as well. And then I'll call it a day. Outrights. Anyone got some?
I like the Koepka beating Homa in round 1. I like that.
Ooh, Joe getting into the prop bets. I like it there.
Yeah, Joe diving into the props a little bit. Love to see it.
What do you got, Noah? Outright? Anything?
I got a strong fucking gut feeling on Patrick Cantlay this week. I do want to confirm though first. Does he have a beard or is he clean shaven?
Ooh, this is. Oh, give me a second.
Because bearded Patrick Cantlay looks better, is cooler, has better energy, but clean shaven Patrick Cantlay is better at golf. And that's a proven scientific fact. You can research that. He plays better when he's clean shaven, but I think he looks better with a beard. Do we have anything from like today?
This was 9 hours ago. Is that not what you want?
But
how about TGL?
But like theoretically, he could shave tonight.
Theoretically, absolutely.
That's kind of the hard part.
That's the Ryder Cup.
You know what? Either way, don't care.
Oh, hold on. Ready to kick off the West Coast. Oh, this is at the Amex. I'm seeing beard at the Amex. I am seeing beard at the Amex.
Well, I'll still take it either way. I don't think there's a ton of variation. I just feel like like I said, I think he looks better and he's cooler with the beard, but he maybe plays a little bit better golf when he's clean shaven. I'm going with Cantley. That's my one outright pick for this week. I feel like if you're betting on this week, there's a lot of really good opportunity on the top 20 lines to make a lot of good money. Like, I love where a lot of those lines are sitting at. And then it's probably the outrights. The top 5, top 10 lines are a little wonky to me this week. I don't know.
No, fair enough. And, Scheffler being out always makes the lines a little bit interesting. Joe, I am going to go ahead and follow up a prop with another prop here for you. I'm going to take Koepka under 72 in his first round tomorrow. Koepka under 72 for his first round tomorrow.
That.
I am also minus 105. Other side's over 72 is at minus 115.
I like that a lot, actually. Brooks to go out and shoot under par. Beautiful weather, sunny, not too hot, no wind.
And if your sportsbook's giving you a a little profit boost, a little percentage boost, that minus 105 turns into plus 105, plus 110 really quickly. So not a bad line to be looking at there. And I'm also going to be taking him outright at plus 5,100. Brooks Koepka comes back and says, listen, I know I took a break with the Live Golf, but don't you worry, boys. I'm back, and I'm back with a vengeance, and I'm ready to come back to the PGA and absolutely kick ass and take names. Or at least I hope so. But it's going to be a good one, boys. Going to be a good one. It's always a good warm-up, this one, before, get Torrey Pines before you get to the Waste Management and everything. You get the history, the elegance, and the beauty of Torrey Pines for then what is absolutely the best weekend in the world of Waste Management and the Super Bowl. Let's fucking go.
Set it up for Scotty to go, hey, Scotty's going undefeated this season.
Hey, is
Scotty wire to wire next weekend?
Do we have any Blades Brown coming in here? Also, can I just note?
Great pull, Joe.
Can I just note too? I saw a statistic that if you shot, no, if you shot minus 15, you were tied for 40th. In what was the most previous one? Where Scotty won 22. Yeah, if you shot 15, you were tied for 40th. He shot, minus 21, 22?
Yeah. PSA for everyone out there, if you forgot with the PGA Tour starting again, Scotty Scheffler's really fucking good at golf.
Yeah, and Scotty, funny enough, had a really good chance to break the tournament record, as he was tournament record was 23 under.
Yeah.
And he's sitting at 23 under with 2 holes left. And then he decided to just pop one in the water. Didn't matter. He had a 5-stroke lead with 2 holes left. So
what you going to do?
Double bogeys still ends up, I think winning by 3 strokes. But, yeah. What a schmuck. Pissed away the...
What a schmuck.
Yeah, had a beautiful chance at the tournament record and just hits one in the water. Like, come on, Scotty. What are you doing?
Dude. All right, boys. Well, that is all I have in the world of golf. And for Torrey Pines and the Farmers Insurance, you guys got anything else? Well,
I do not.
Then let's call it a night, boys. Get ready for what will be an epic weekend in the PGA, college basketball, NBA, NHL, whatever you delight. It is on for you this weekend. But do want to take a last moment. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Shout out to everyone here on Rumble, over on YouTube. You guys are the best. If you guys like what we're cooking, please hit those like buttons, hit the follow buttons. Does help out a lot more than you know. But with all of that, I am the Brofict one, AJ. That's the Money Train, Noah, and the kid, Joe. And we'll see you all next time on Degenerate Takes.